Hi, I'm May. Have you ever asked yourself, why did you end up with a possessive, controlling partner? Why couldn't you just have a normal life with one of those TikTok dancing, playful, easygoing guys? Or someone who reaches out, cuddles, and gives away free hugs? Why did you end up with a rigid, bossy partner who couldn't care less about your feelings? Well, get ready for a surprise, and it's a good one. It's not about him, it's about you. Yeah, and that's a good thing, bear with me. I want you to think back to when you were a kid. Chances are, you had someone from your past who was somewhat similar to your toxic partner. A strong parental figure or an authority figure who never let you express yourself and killed every spark of creativity you tried to show. Even though he or she might not have been supportive and sometimes was violent and abusive, part of you still loved him or her and wanted his or her acceptance. You ended up with a controlling partner because you were treated that way during your early life. Even though you hated nothing more, you loved it. Hate or love? How can you have two conflicting emotions for the same thing? You consciously and rationally hated that controlling behavior, and you had every reason to, but in your subconscious, oh boy, it's a different story. You were mistreated in your early life, and it became a program that runs automatically in your subconscious. It became your familiar pattern. And here's a psychological fact. Our subconscious sees the familiar as pleasure, even if it's not pleasurable. Now you consciously hate being controlled, but you love it subconsciously. With your subconscious making up 90% of your mind, literally and physically, while your conscious is only 10%. Guess who's winning? As a rule of thumb, in any conflict where your conscious wants something and your subconscious wants the opposite, it's the subconscious that always wins and dominates. No wonder it's just bigger and more powerful. Therefore, you'll keep finding yourself stuck in the same pattern, irresistibly drawn to controllers. We're creatures of habit, and humans tend to repeat patterns, even when they're not good for us. Our minds work in programs from how we handle money to how we interact with people, even how we tie our shoelaces. It's all based on these mental programs. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. Now dive back into your past once more. You probably had a wonderful relationship at some point where your partner was incredibly sweet and treated you like royalty. But somehow, things soured, and now you're left wondering why such a good thing fell apart. The truth is, you weren't used to being treated that well. Even though that partner treated you the best, part of you was uncomfortable and sabotaged the relationship because it was unfamiliar to your mind. That's your subconscious in action. And here's another psychological fact. Our subconscious sees the unfamiliar as pain, even if it's pleasurable. Now, why am I telling you all of this? When I said it was a good surprise, I meant it. You've been running on autopilot for all these years, with a dysfunctional program running your life. Now that you're aware of it, you can not just interrupt it, but frickin' crush it. The remote control is in your partner's hand just because you gave it to him, not because he is super powerful. You gave him that control without realizing it. But guess what? You can take it back. You gave yourself permission to be abused because deep down it felt a bit familiar to you and even kind of nice to your mind. That explains why, early in the relationship, you didn't really like your partner, but you were deeply attracted to him at the same time. On a side note, this is not to justify the controlling behavior, but figuring out your part in this game is radically crucial. I'm shedding light on why you're putting up with it, and that's a whole other story. I want to stress that your partner doesn't give you a hard time because of you. It's all about his own need to run the show. You absolutely don't deserve to be mistreated by anyone. Your partner's actions are on him, and it goes both ways. You're also in charge of your own actions. Even if you did or said something that got him all riled up. It's okay. We're all humans and slip up sometimes. But it's not okay for him to disrespect you or attack you verbally or physically because of it. His reaction is entirely his own responsibility, and he should be held accountable for the hurt he causes. Let's get back on point. It was easy for him to control you because your past trauma primed you to be controlled. But what if you could rid yourself of the very thing that turned you into prey for this control? Imagine cleansing all that trauma from your past, including the scars he gave you. Then you'll emerge from that process, not just strong, but unshakably confident and fearless. And it's a different brand of strength that's as authentic as it gets. Those bossy, toxic people aren't as strong as they seem. Behind all that control are a bunch of worries and insecurities. They just pretend to be powerful, but notice how they become childish and terribly break down when things don't go their way. Don't fool yourself into thinking they hold all the cards. If you choose to heal, that will change the very game they've been playing. That'll move you to the driver's seat. Healing will help you transform into a certified superstar of self-worth. You'll start feeling like $1,000,000. You'll stop neglecting yourself and start giving yourself the VIP treatment. You'll take care of yourself physically and emotionally. Your needs will become as important as those of everyone else around you. You'll feel strong, and you'll be able to do anything you set your mind to with nothing holding you back. You'll realize that since you're busting yourself to meet your responsibilities, you've earned the right to have your needs met as well. You can massively change your life if you focus on your healing. Don't try to change your partner. Trying to change someone who doesn't want to change is like trying to teach a cat to bark, a complete waste of time and energy. Forget about Mr. Unchangeable and shift your focus inward. Focus on healing yourself. Therapy offers an accelerated way to heal the wounds that led you into that abusive relationship. As you heal, your controlling partner will become the least of your concerns. When you heal, his significance will be diminished in your life. You will break free, and you'll start living a better life filled with joy, happiness, and passion. If you feel traumatized in your relationship, you don't have to keep suffering when you can heal quickly and effectively. I help people like you every day to heal their trauma and their persistent stress-related symptoms. Email me at info@wakefieldtherapy.com and let's schedule a free consultation to craft your personalized healing plan.